Hi everyone, I'm always asked where do I get my Pokie Tools from, so I'm here at Hobby Lobby to show you. This is the company right here, the jewelry shop, and at my store they are right down here. So here are the Pokie Tools. Alright, so I am back home now, and here is the item number in case you need it. It is 1669563. If you're at the store and you can't find these, you can have somebody assist you with finding them, or if your store is out, you can get a rain check. Although I haven't done that in a while, so I'm not 100% sure if they still do that, but I believe they do. And then you can get that rain check for when they're on sale, because these do go half off. So it is $1.50 for the two. So now that we're home, we're going to go ahead and we are going to build one together, and I'm going to do a complete start to finish. I did kind of set up my beads here, that way it can make it a little bit easier, and we will just go ahead and put our little design together. So I do want to make sure that it fits the way I like, and you can do these a number of different ways. I sometimes like it where you fill up the whole little needle here, and then sometimes I have made some where they are shorter. So I'll show you. Like this one right here only has 3, and then you have more of the needle part exposed. So I have a bunch that I've started and I haven't finished, but I just love making these. So you can do it any number of different ways. Whatever is your personal preference is how you can make them. So I like to go ahead and use my bead, and a lot of times I like putting on these spacers as well. So that's what those will look like. So I'm just going to go ahead and build this up, and we'll see how it all fits and if I need to add anything or adjust anything as I go along. And then the other thing you will need for this, besides your Pokie Tool, your beads, is glue. So this is my favorite glue right here. I use the Gorilla Glue. I bought mine from Walmart, I believe, is where I got mine from. And the thing I love about Walmart is I do a pickup order. So I'm not exactly sure where in the store it's located, but if you just do a pickup order, Amazon has it as well. I know that one time my Walmart was out and I did get it from Amazon also, but it is cheaper to get it at Walmart in case you're interested. Hobby Lobby does sell it, but again, Walmart is the cheapest that I've found in case you're interested in the Gorilla Glue. Okay, so I just about finished putting my pattern on here. So I put everything on again to see if I feel like I need to add more or take some away or see how it looks. So I actually do like how this looks. It does give a little bit of room down here at the bottom, so when I give this away, you know, they could go ahead and use it like this. So I am actually happy with how this looks. So with these that come from Hobby Lobby, it does have this like little plastic piece that was on here. I'll show you on this one. It was on the needle already, so I don't throw that out, I save it. So here it is, just like right here in the center. So I will have that help me when I'm gluing to keep all my pattern together. So it just keeps it all in place. The other thing you could do is you could technically, once you put your pattern on and see that you do like it, you could go ahead and just take the needle out and keep your beads on and then glue one by one that way as well. It's kind of up to you on what you want to do. But since I have the little stopper here, I'll just go ahead and push everything down. So now that I have the needle here exposed, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start gluing with everything on there. So I will go ahead and just add glue right here to the needle itself. And then once I have that glob on, I will just go ahead and move it completely around so all sides of the needle have glue. And I'll push that down, add a little bit more glue, just push it around, make sure it's all nice and covered, and then just continue the steps here until I get it all completely glued. For oh gosh, I'm sorry if you couldn't see, I was busy looking at what I was doing. Sorry if I was out of focus. For these, with these rhinestone spacers, sometimes I don't mind putting like a little bit extra glue kind of like right here at the base, so that way I'll just kind of like hold a little bit more and just have like a little bit of extra glue in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and I'm just going to keep repeating this of the gluing process. And with this part, I don't think I'm going to glue this down. I think I'm going to let this spin. I think that's kind of fun to have that spin. So I'm going to actually skip putting glue here. And then I'm just going to continue down here. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully my idea of having it spin will work, because I've never not glued everything down, but I think that'd be fun if it can continue to spin. So I'm just going to keep gluing and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm right here at the end. You can see I only have one rhinestone spacer and one bead left, and I don't have any extra glue on my needle. I'm being more careful to make sure I'm only getting the glue exactly where I need it, because I don't want to have a bunch of glue like hanging off or looking just kind of like drippy and messy. So I'm going to be a lot more careful with where and how much of my glue that I am placing, because I only want to get the bead cap and that solo bead left. So I'm just going to be a lot more aware of everything. Okay. Then this is my last bead. So I want to make sure I am not putting the glue wider than my bead, but I want to make sure that I have enough glue that my bead will stay on. So it's kind of just slow and steady, little by little. Add that glue and check how it does. And if you do have glue over here like coming out the top, just go ahead and wipe that off. But mine looks pretty good so far. So again, with that same little I don't know, like little plastic piece to kind of reinforce everything, I'm going to push that down just so it helps lock everything in. Then here is our Pokie Tool. So I go back and I make sure that my beads are all the way tucked up to the top of the loop, because I like how that looks. I'm just going to make sure that everything is nice and secure. I think this is going to be fun, that this should be able to move. And there we go. If you do have beads, though, like this one, where there's like a face to it, you will have to make sure that it is facing upwards. So like for me, I consider this part up. So if I had like a face on here, I would just make sure that the face was facing up right here with this loop, and not like over here off to the side. Hopefully that makes sense. So now that this is all nice and done, you can do a couple of things. You can lay it flat and just let it dry, or if you have like a jar, sometimes I'll have it lay in the jar like upside down like this, so that way all the glue kind of just, you know, falls this way, doesn't fall off to the end that way. It's kind of have gravity hold it all together for me. So it's kind of up to you on what you would like to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's say that this is dry, even though it's not. I would normally wait for this to dry, and then I would do this next step. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and move on anyways to the next step. So to make sure that I'm safe and don't stab myself, I'm going to put the little end cap back on my needle here. So my next step that I like to do, it's just personal preference. I like adding the little danglies to it. So you can see all of these have, you know, a little extra something here. So like here's another one. Every time you guys send these, I love them. I keep them all. So I have like a whole little jar over here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and add the little dangly part. So I use heavy gauge jump rings from Hobby Lobby. So we'll take out a couple of those. And then I also use the chain from Hobby Lobby, which is this one right here. Again, here is the item number 881961. So you can just lay it and see like how much chain do I want? Like how long do I want my item to be? So for me, I do put a charm down here. I think I'm going to do 5. I think 5 will be good. So now I just need to get my tools. So I got out my pliers here. So I'm going to count out my 5 links. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I'm going to go to the 6th link and I'm going to open the 6th one up. So I can see right here is my opening. So I'm going to side twist, remove my 5 links, and then I'm going to go ahead and close it. Do you have to open them? No. If you have wire cutters and you just prefer to cut off that 6th link, you can go ahead and do that. But I just open it. It's fine for me. So you could always cut it off. It's personal preference if you rather cut it off instead of open it. So for the jump ring, we're going to do the same thing. We are going to find the opening of the jump ring right there. And we are going to twist open. And we are going to add it to our loop right here. Then we're going to go ahead and add our chain. And again, we are going to do a twisting motion and we are going to twist it back close. And you want to twist until your ends touch again. So you see that it is completely closed. There's no gap right there. So that's good. And then again, personal preference, I like putting a charm down here as the main center little focal point. So I'm going to pull that out now. So now I'm trying to determine what I want to add. I love this acrylic butterfly. I have my little Nomi guy. I also have my bow that I created here. So I'm kind of determining if I just want to use these 3 items or do I want to go ahead and wire wrap something smaller or just have those 2 pieces. I think I'm just going to go with those 2 pieces. So we are going to just, again, do a repeat of what we did earlier. Find the opening on our jump ring. We're going to twist apart. Oh, there's a jump ring on here. Okay, so I'll put the jump ring on my butterfly here. And then we will attach this down to the chain. Okay, that took a little bit of work to get the jump ring through the butterfly, but I got it. So now I'm going to just go ahead and attach it to the chain and twist my jump ring back close. And make sure that is nice and closed. These are heavy gauge jump rings from Hobby Lobby. They are my favorite. I haven't had any problems with those yet. So we're going to add that there. And then I'm going to have to open up my jump ring that is on my little gnome guy. It's easier if you use 2 flat pliers to open instead of, like, these are my round pliers, but that's what I have out here right now. So that's what I'm going to work with. Now I'm going to figure out where I want my little Nomi guy. I think I'm going to put him on the 2nd chain here. So I'm going to just go ahead and attach him there. We're going to do the same thing. We are just going to twist our jump ring closed. Then I think we're going to call it a day. I think it should look cute, just like that. I think that is adorable. Look how cute that is. So that is our little tutorial for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. I'm happy to help you guys out, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.